In the last installment of our series, Forgotten in Foster Care, we are exploring the solutions to fixing the state's Department of Social Services, but doing so requires money, people, and new technology.
KOMU 8's Matt McCabe joins us live from the state capitol, where lawmakers are pushing new ideas for holding the department accountable and keeping children safe from hidden dangers.
Well, lawmakers here in the state capitol are just more than a month into their new legislative session. There's a lot on the agenda, but there's one specific issue with legs from both parties, and they hope to protect some of Missouri's most vulnerable children. It takes a major problem to draw disgust from both Democrats and Republicans.
When it comes to kids, there's no excuses anymore.
It should have happened yesterday.
A federal report exposed systemic failure in how Missouri's Department of Social Services was caring for missing children in foster care. Some of the missing kids were rescued from busts of sex trafficking operations.
The most disturbing piece of it, or many of the kids were not reported to local authorities or the Missouri State Highway Patrol as missing. These are foster care kids in the custody of the state of Missouri. Some went missing and some weren't reported.
The rare collaboration from typically opposing sides is putting new bills on the horizon to improve the outcome for kids in foster care in the state. One of those changes is a bill that would include children who are 17 instead of just under that age as children who must be reported missing. Representative Dottie Bailey filed an amendment to fine the Department of Social Services $50,000 whenever it fails to report a child in foster care as missing.
We've been going through this report. This is the report here. Again, disturbing read, but the feds actually gave us some recommendations, not us, but the Department of Social Service, some recommendations, and we as legislators are looking at that too, because we got to hold them accountable.
Across the board, money talks. Right now, lawmakers are working on a plan to raise the pay schedule for its frontline staff handling its caseload. An outside consulting firm hired by the DSS revealed some grim statistics about its staffing retention. It showed that most frontline staff in the Children's Division only stayed for 6 months to a year before leaving. Emerging faith in a new director for the Children's Division is a rescue line for concerned lawmakers.
The new leadership in Children's Division, I think, has a lot more experience. I mean, he was a judge in Children's Division in Jefferson County, Judge Missy, and so he has a lot of experience, first as a guardian ad litem and a lawyer, and then as a judge. He has more than 20 years of experience with the child welfare system.
The federal report does not specify which parts of Missouri are most responsible, but the juvenile court officer for Boone and Callaway counties says she believes the problem is centered around major metro cities.
Ultimately, it's the kids who lose out by not having enough resources in terms of staffing. And I do think that, the pay scale would possibly be a contributing factor to that.
Part of the fix is reinforcing what should have happened. That includes complying with current policies for reporting missing children, such as reporting to local law enforcement and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
We need to hold this department accountable and do a much better job in that, because sadly, we thought we were into it, and then we got this summer, and it was like another blow to the kids of Missouri.
We have a very close, positive, productive relationship with our federal partners moving forward, and they are working with us to meet the challenges of protecting child welfare in the state of Missouri.
Missouri's mounting caseload will test the extremes of the state's plan for accountability, and it will show just how much Missouri's leaders are willing to fight for kids in its custody. We have more information on the legislation currently being discussed in the state capitol and statistics on staffing numbers on our website at KOMU.com. Reporting live in Jefferson City, I'm Matt McCabe, KOMU 8 News.